up, self-love friends?
Hey everyone, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Mercedes.
And as you can see, I'm not just holding pads for the sake of me right now. This episode is going to be on some nice pads that are definitely a little bit more healthy and safe for you than the traditional tampon and or pad.
Yes, and we have different varieties. Overall, you want to make sure your vaginal health is protected fully.
Yes, 100%.
That pH balance gotta be on point.
We're gonna make sure that you choose the best pad for you, even health-wise. Okay, so first up, who wants to go first? You want to go first?
Oh. All right, so I've been using cloth pads for 2 years, and they have been lovely, and they look like this. You get them off of Amazon because I haven't found like a Whole Foods or anything like that to sell them.
And they're pretty.
Yes, they are so pretty.
Show me different kinds. They're
but
so
you're
cute.
gonna need like I have maybe 20 of them because there is special care for these pads. But I believe it's completely worth it because it saves the planet and our vagina.
We want to make sure we take care of that vagina, okay? Because we got stuff to do.
Yeah, can't be around here, smelling bad. And it comes with what's called a wet bag. So when you finish with it, you just put it in this cute little bag. And I'm a Disney fanatic, so that's why.
She got the Beauty and the Beast. I see, Beauty and the Beast is so cute.
But basically, these are just cotton. They have different kinds. The way you care for them, you have like a glass container, you put them in water, and you drain the water out and you wash them. That's how you take care of them. Now, I haven't had to spend money on pads in a long time, which I'm very happy about, but at one point I got kind of lazy and I was like, I don't feel like, the whole process. So I went back to using traditional pads, not the kind without chlorine, but like just the kind you get from your Walmart or your Walgreens. And I was very irritated and raw at the end of my cycle. And I believe that is because of all the chemicals and products that's actually in the pad that's not supposed to be in there.
Yeah, and I totally agree. Like, same thing I used to notice, and I thought it was normal, and a lot of you might think it's normal that, hey, same concept as a diaper, so you think it's normal to might have a little bit of rash going on with the pads or irritation. I noticed the same thing, but I said, you know what? I want to make a switch and see what happens, see how my body responds to it. So I switched to these chlorine-free, ultra-thin pads, and that's what they look like. And they're by women for women, so who else would you rather make your feminine products than a woman?
Exactly.
And these are also chlorine-free, no synthetic pesticides, dyes, or fragrances. Now, and they are made out of cotton, organic cotton. So I do want to warn you, I noticed I'm not a heavy flower, but if you might be a heavy flower, even if you are not, because like I said, I'm not, you might want to change your pad a little bit more frequently because it is just cotton. It's nothing artificial that traditional pads have that might be absorbing your flow. So I noticed that I would have to change at least every hour or two. And also, although these say super, next time I might opt for the overnight ones. I'm going to just open it up. I hope this isn't disgusting to you, but we're all women here, hopefully, so you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to show you, what it looks like and how long it is so you will know when you go to get them. And as you can see, unlike
they look different.
They look different. No colors, no dyes, all that blue and orange and all that good stuff. But they're about that long. Let me stand back a little bit. So, which might be cool for some. It's just that I like a little extra protection. And if you do, then you might want to try the overnight ones. But overall, I will be buying these pads again because from when I noticed there was no irritation versus
that's the best part, honestly.
That's the best part because I almost thought it was normal to have the irritation. Yeah, so when I switched, I was like, okay. Now I haven't been using these for very long, but the trial run that I did have with these, I love them and I will purchase them definitely again. And it's good for my body. Anything that's good for our body is practicing self-love. And,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
And we have also been trying, and this isn't solid yet,
Mhm.
but we've been trying different treatments other than over-the-counter medicine. So we had this cramp bark from Whole Foods that we're trying out. Just peppermint oil with hot water and just lay it over, your stomach. Maybe a heating pad, just
Yes.
something. I mean, if you got to take that medicine, do what you got to do.
Please do what you got to do.
Especially if you got a job, you got to work.
Yeah.
We get it, but I do believe, leaning more towards the natural. Like over time, we'll figure it out. And then these natural things, they'll work for us. We just got to give it a fair chance, and then maybe one day we don't have to take all that other stuff.
Yeah, and then your period changes over time. Some people over time, their cramps get a little bit better, some worse.
Ugh.
But I do want to give you a quick little tip. I've noticed, like, even though I'm trying to switch over to the cramp bark, something that definitely has helped me out with pain is tracking my period using a nice little app. The Flow app is what I use. Track your period a couple of days before, not even a couple, maybe a day or two before you're about to get your period. Start taking some type of medicine or cramp bark. We've actually researched that cramp bark, it's best to start it, a little bit earlier than when the pain is about to set in, and it works better. And it, even using conventional medicine, it works awesome with catching the pain before it even starts. And it worked for me. I noticed, like, when my period, if I know that it's coming, I'll go ahead and start doing what I have to do, and the day of, no pain at all. So the key is catching it before it starts.
Yeah, gotta take those precautions.
Yes, okay, because we got jobs and stuff, and we don't want to miss no money for this good old period. We want the period, though. We definitely want it. Let's try to have babies. Oh, we not.
One day.
Yeah. I'm just not having luck on the male train, so
That's another episode, guys, because we're going to talk to y'all about that.
Yeah, the pickings out here seem to be slim to none, so maybe I'll get on the pregnancy train one of these days, but I'm looking for a nice husband first.
Yeah. Gotta be wife.
Yes.
And iced.
I like that, wife and ice.
Ooh.
Okay. We need all that before I pop babies out this with JJ, okay? But we want it to be healthy before that happens, okay? Because we want healthy pregnancies. So, some other methods that you can use on your period, like the Diva Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely other ways.
So you don't have to just use pads. So the Diva Cup, how does that work? Is that like a tampon?
No. Well, it's kind of like you insert it, kind of like a tampon. I haven't tried it. I'm still a little bit,
I'm not I'm
a little squeamish about it. But I've heard of a lot of women that have tried the Diva Cup. And look it up and research it for yourself. It might be something that you would like to try. But pretty much you insert it. It's like a little cup. And I heard it's about that big. It's not really huge.
Okay.
And you just slip it up into you, and they say you can't feel it. It happens comfortably, and they say you don't flow as much as you think you do. Like the cup is going to seem really small, but you have it on for hours, and it won't be full. And
I think that's a good alternative to the tampon, because the tampon, it has all that chlorine and stuff on it too. And you're putting that up there, that's,
And I get nervous about something getting stuck, because toxic syndrome, that's real, and we don't want to have to deal with that. I don't know if anyone that uses tampons that have dealt with toxic shock syndrome. I hope that's the correct way. I think it is. Yeah, but
that sounds dangerous.
Yes, the fact that you can't really feel that tampon, and it's also toxic, but you can't feel it, you leave it on for a little bit too long, and that's risky, infection, and a lot can come from that.
And I don't think you're supposed to douche either.
No.
Because that messes your pH balance up to the max. Like, if you want to smell bad, go ahead and do that.
I would rather you...
Don't do that.
Just don't go to the doctor. Like, I've even had conversations with my OBGYN about douching, and she's like, no, what that does, it gets rid of the bacteria, yes, but it gets rid of your healthy bacteria as well.
Yep, so it kills it.
Yeah, it kills it all, and it's setting yourself up for much, much worse problems than that. So just be careful about douche. Don't douche. Bath water too. Be careful about what you put in your bath water.
Yeah, all those scented bath bombs, like just try to keep the water as natural as you possibly can. If you want like a little essential oil in there, maybe a drop or two. But I wouldn't even use scented soaps, honestly.
No.
Like I wouldn't use any. I don't use any of that stuff.
Yeah, me neither. I use unscented Dove is what I use. Also, I've heard if you have a pretty healthy vagina, you really could just wash the outside of it with water. Yeah. And well, you can wash the outside of it with soap. You don't want to go inside your vagina with soap, even if it's unscented. Don't do it.
Apple cider vinegar.
Oh yeah.
I put that in my bath, and I drink it, and it helps with pH balance. I drink apple cider vinegar and lemon at least twice a week, and that helps you too. So if you having issues or whatever down there, you can do that as a detox. Yeah. Like you don't have to do the dish. Instead of doing that, you could detox that way.
Also, I was going to ask you, because I do typically about 2 cups, but how much apple cider vinegar do you put in your water?
I just put like a capful.
Really?
I don't make it too strong.
Yeah, but you can't smell because it's such. Okay, so with me putting 2 cups,
you put 2 cups of
apple cider vinegar, but 2
cups.
Haunted pass. I'm telling you, but
you put 2 cups in
my bath water.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like.
Girl, I'm not trying to.
Wait, what else?
What, drinking it? Oh, girl, no.
That's a lot.
No, girl, no, I would die.
Yeah,
okay?
in bath water.
In bath water.
Okay. I was like, I just want a capful, not in the bath water. I put a cup or 2.
Okay, yeah.
We're on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the same page. Yeah. So yes, 2 cups in your bath water should be fine. You might could put maybe a half a cup more. Because it's bath water, it's a lot of water, so it'll dilute it. As long as you're not pouring the whole glass container of apple cider vinegar.
That gets expensive too.
That gets very expensive. So I wanted to make that clear.
And you want to make sure you have the mother in your apple cider vinegar.
What's the name of that apple cider vinegar?
Bragg's.
Bragg's, the best kind. I'm pretty sure there's others, but Bragg's you can find just about anywhere. Kroger, Whole Foods, Sprouts. You probably can find it at Walmart. But yeah, just Bragg's is the best brand to use.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys, that is all about vaginal health. And if you have any questions or comments, let us know what you do for your self-care routine when it comes to your vaginal health.
Yeah, how do you take care of that there?
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Please.
And have a good day.
Bye, you guys.